Revolution Pro, I understand the mixed reception I'm still getting. Robbie X is a crowd favourite, there's no denying that. He calls himself the king of the cruiserweights. I think that is up for debate. But what he proved tonight is, I'm not ready to dethrone said king yet. He put me into my limits, and I do think if it hadn't been for little Gideon Gray trying to tempt me to cheat, I think I could have had his number. But it shows my weaknesses. I'm so used to shithousery, I'm so used to taking a cheap way out, that when I finally take the good way out, I've let myself get sidetracked. Robbie takes me out, Robbie hits himself, hits his finisher on me, and that's it. I've lost my shot at the cruiserweight title. That's fine. It's a learning curve, it's a new step for a kid like us, it's a new step for Lycos Gym. So be it in the tag division, be it in the cruiserweight division, I'm going to prove that we belong as wrestlers. I might use some shithousery along the way, but I'm going to prove that I've earned my spot on this roster first. Let the new horror begin again. Oh.
I just went toe to toe with one of the best in the UK, Dan Maloney, and I almost had him. My first 3 matches for Rev Pro have been against the best this company has to offer. And I come close every time, I'm getting closer and closer. I guarantee you next time, it's my hand being raised. It's Bronson's hand, and it's Bronson's time.
I didn't know that down in the farms they had He-Man. Well, Chris Bronson, here you are, baby. You brought your farmer strength. You know what, I'm quite impressed, you're pretty good. But I'm just clearly better. Clearly better. I've had that bit more venom. I've been around the block a few more times, and you know, there's someone I see on my laps around the block quite often. Normally with his head down, sulking, walking around all moody, missing his friends. Yeah, Luke. Luke Jacobs, Mr. North West Strong, walking around telling everyone how strong he is because he beat me with 2 roll-ups. 2 separate matches. I had 2 roll-ups before that match. I got the job done with my finishing move, like a real strong wrestler does. You know, at first Luke, I was like, it was a bit more personal. I wanted your cruiserweight belt, but you don't have it anymore, do you? I realised you're probably the most fun person in this locker room for me to piss off. I just get a rise out of you every time. You see, I've always been the hothead. You can listen to Quilden yapping his mouth on commentary. I'm the hothead. Dan Maloney can't control his temper. Dan Maloney's always losing his focus, getting too angry. Come on, dog. I'm not the angry one in the locker room anymore. It's you, Luke. It's you. And that anger's going to lead you all the way to Southampton, upside down, looking at the ceiling, dropping down at a rate of knots onto your head, rude boy. I'm going to take care of you. And then it's back to work on the rest of this roster of clowns.
Let me make a list. Sunshine Machine, Lycos Gym, Cam Newman, JJ Gale. Who else hit the beat in the Rev Pro? Who else hit the beat?
Yeah, it's true, mate.
People go on saying who the best tag team are. The best tag team are the undisputed British tag team champions. And that belongs to Danny Jones, Brendan White, the Greedy Souls. So Andy, we're tired of messing about. I said to you after the match, give us a real challenge. Line them up and we'll run through all of them.
I mean, I think we said everything we need to say out there in front of the live audience. We put everything we have into that ring every time we go out there. I call myself a heart and soul for a reason. It's because I put everything I have in that ring. And I do it because I love it, and I do it because I love the reaction of the people, and I do it because I am desperate to reach the top of Revolution Pro, and I know you echo all of those sentiments, Callum. Bottom line is, it's not happening as a team. It doesn't matter how much work we put in, it doesn't matter how much we give out there, something doesn't click. And that's fine. That's alright. We made the decision to go out there today, and if we didn't win, we're going our separate ways, and that's fine. There's a lot of love between me and Callum. I want to see him succeed, he wants to see me succeed, and that's the way we're going. The floor's yours, Callum.
My neck's killing me, bro. I haven't got a lot to say, apart from we're not tagging anymore, but it says for the future, good luck, and one day we're going to be in opposite corners rather than the same one.
I look forward to that day, my man.
Okay. It's bittersweet. You know, I get it. Eddie's going through a lot at the moment, and I don't know how
where he is in his life and how he's thinking, where his mind's at. But it's very important for me to have this match in this singles match. I feel like I'm on top of my game. I'm in my prime. And I think that's the same for Eddie. You're seeing so many wrestlers at his age, like entering their prime, like in their freaking 40s when people say that like Randy Orton's in their prime. So like him not even reaching there, I think is real cool. And I think that like whatever he's thinking, I hope it's not true. Whatever he's saying, I hope it's not true, because he's, as he proved there in the ring, he's still got a whole lot left in the tank. And then speaking of what's left in the tank, I've barely got a lot left from tonight. But let's talk about the Revolution Rumble. Let's talk about Zack Sabre Jr., the guy that's coming back after I stabilized Revolution Pro Wrestling, after I have been carrying this scene, yes, along with Will and along with Ricky Knight Jr. and many others. But if there's one that you want to pick out that's been doing the most up and down this country and the world, you are looking at him. Zach, please bring your best. Come into my promotion. It's not yours anymore. I don't care how long you've known Andy. I don't care how long you've been up and down these roads. Revolution Pro Wrestling belongs to me now. If you want to step in there and try and take my clout, because that's why you accept this. You're seeing what's going on and you want some of that clout. Come on, bring it. And you'll see that you're not the top dog here anymore. It's me.
I understand why Connor would say, I don't have to say that if I can't win, I don't deserve to be here. I understand why Andy would rush backstage and say, why have you said that? You know, we've got plans for you, we want to use you moving forward. I get it. But it didn't come back to the British independent scene to lose. I didn't come back to the British independent scene to go on a sort of like a comeback tour or a greatest hits tour, do my silly dance, play all the greatest hits, end the match, looking up at the lights, time after time. I came back because I still feel like I can be the best. I still feel like I can run this place. I still feel like I have something more to give than a nostalgia act. And if I don't have something more to give than a nostalgia act, then I'll unlace my boots. I'll take off these trunks. I'll buy the Times educational supplement. And I'll head back to a classroom. But if I win, and I will, I've just got to beat Great O'Connor. Don't have to win month in and month out in the 229. I don't have to travel up and down the country and accrue some unbelievable 10 match winning streak. I've just got to win the Revolution Rumble, and then I've just got to beat one man on one night. I may not be as good as I once was, but I can be as good as I have ever been. One more time.
Oh, this year's getting off to a good start, eh? David Francisco a month ago, and tonight I just beat Luke Jacobs, the former Cruiserweight champion. So, by my calculations, that makes me the #1 contender. So Robbie X, I've got my eye on you.
I came here across the pond, as you guys say, to face the best in the UK, and Rev Pro gave me the best. Danny Luna, goddamn. Let's do it again, any place on this globe. This is not the end, and that's not just a promise, it's a threat.
I've made a little name for myself.
by turning up to Revolution Pro Wrestling and beating everybody's favourites. I beat Kanji for this title on my second night. And tonight, it was a challenge, but I beat Jodie Threat. And everything was great until Sky Smithson turned up and told me she wanted a shot at this title in my home of Cardiff. Look, I'll take on all challenges, but you do not step into my ring and beat me up on my victory lap. So Sky, I'll see you on March 24th.
Revolution, bro. The Arrows of Hungary is back. Dover and Icarus is back, and we're here to stay. We just finished your X-Tag Team champions, so it means that we won't stop until we get to your current Tag Team champions. So, fear the crossfire!
I'm back. As you can see, Ricky Knight Jr. is back at Rev Pro. Now, whether that's by someone else's choice or whether that's me going for business for myself, Ricky Knight Jr. is back, baby. And somebody's going to get smashed for someone else's mistakes. Like I said, I was all about Rev Pro. Now I bleed 3 simple words. R-K-J. Ricky Knight Jr. Now, March 26th, Great Khan. I see what you had on display. I see what it took for you to win the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. A belt that I had, and it got took away, not by my choice. So March 26th, I promise you now, you may be undisputed. You may be undefeated. But March 26th, those 2 words will remain completely different, no longer undisputed, and finally defeated, because Ricky Knight Jr. is taking my throne back. I'm becoming a 2-time undisputed British Heavyweight Champion, and after I beat you in front of a sold out York Hall, after I beat you in front of the Legion, maybe, I'll edit myself in a Rumble, and maybe when I win, because I'll already be champ, maybe I'm gonna have a good old-fashioned Norwich street fight with Gideon Gray. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
おいゲイブ、何にも言うことはねえよ。お前の勝ちだ。お前と真正面からぶつかり合って、俺が負けた。それが今日取った一つの事実だ。それともう一個だけ教えといてやる。イッキーネーズジュニア。お前がいる限り、このレボリューションプロレスリングずっとこのままだ。お前はこのプロレス団体の腐ったみかんだ。一からプロレス学び直してこい。ニュージャパンにすら入れないぞ、お前は。同情性すらお前以上だ。どこでもいいよ。その辺の河原でスクワットでもしとけ。